Everyone, welcome to this episode of Talented Talks with Tanis. I'm so excited because on this episode, we have one of my special friends, someone that I really look up to, and I'm just really glad to know. Everyone, please give a warm welcome for DJ Harris.
Thank you so much for having me, Tanis. It's truly an honor to be here.
Yeah, of course. I'm so happy that we finally found some time. And, today was a beautiful day. On my walk over here, I was just really enjoying the moment and being in the present. And the weather has been crazy here in Denver recently, right?
No,
it's
absolutely.
too nice.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I just want to get into a couple of the things first. So, we are college athletes here at MSU Denver, and you're more of the sprint side. And I just want to know what got you into, being a sprinter and even starting running track and field.
I'm glad you asked. Well, my story all begins when I played for the Mount Bello Cheetahs. That was my first ever track and field club, right?
Ooh, sweet.
And
okay, so you did the club.
Yeah.
Nice.
So I had my very first track meet there, and after that, I did not like it.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I did not like it. I told my mom, I don't want to do this anymore. So we tried basketball, soccer, baseball, track again, and I was like, no, I did not like it. Yeah, all the way up until my sophomore year is when I started running track.
Okay.
And I didn't start running until March.
Wow.
That's when we started running.
Okay.
And then I found out I actually like the sport.
Nice.
Yeah.
And so was there anyone that kind of really set the bar for you, or you just really liked running with during your time that you kind of first started?
Yeah, absolutely. So my mom and grandpa encouraged me to run track.
Yeah.
Because before, as I previously mentioned, I was like, I'm not really interested.
Yeah.
But then when I really tried it my sophomore year, I got into long jump and sprinting. That's when I started getting into it because they coached me throughout high school.
Yes.
Yeah, because we had a coach. He didn't really know what he was doing. So my mom and grandpa really stepped up to help me drive me to all my track meets.
Oh, that's sweet.
And they helped me coach me throughout that time.
Yeah, parents go a long way, especially when you first start trying something new. They really help you get into it and know what's going on around you. So shout out parents for sure. Something that I really liked in general is that you're just very involved with things around you and your community. Tell me a little bit about what you're involved with mentorship programs here at MSU, and have you always been involved in those leadership programs?
Absolutely. So back in high school, I was known for a program called SOCA, Students of Color and Allies.
Nice.
And so that really allowed me to be able to be the leader there. And then ever since then, I joined DEI of MSU Denver, as well as the Call Me Mr. program. It stands for Mentors Searching Students Towards Effective Role Models. Yeah.
That's awesome. And tell me a little bit more about what you do in those programs, or just the ones that you're currently in right now.
Absolutely. So for Mr., I enjoy the networking and be able to influence kids, giving back for once I was given to me. And for DEI, being able not only to spread awareness, but be able to be around other athletes who are just like me to make a difference.
Yeah, that's awesome. And so you said giving back to, how you were given to, you had mentors in your life, obviously. Tell me a little bit about that, and just did you have these programs growing up as a kid for you?
Yeah. So I had these programs back when I was at Denver Academy. Shout out to Mustangs.
Okay.
Yeah. So we had programs like that, but we never had it wasn't really organized up until I got there. Yeah, so I made a change, and then I was able to travel to other places and meet other people with similar backgrounds.
Okay.
But what really helped me get into it is I had my very first black teacher up until my senior year of high school.
Oh, really? Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
And ever since that, she's left an impact in my life.
Yeah, what did she teach?
She taught English.
Okay.
Yeah, she was
sweet.
my homeroom teacher.
Oh, really? Oh, that's
Absolutely.
That's the best. So,
Yeah.
she definitely was a big impact in your life, and that's actually crazy that you didn't have your first black teacher until you said senior in high school. Yeah, I think in Pueblo, I'd like to say that I had mine in middle school, and he was just such a light in the classroom. He brought a different energy, and he was my coach as well, Coach Miller. He was just someone that helped me I used to triple jump, actually.
What?
Isn't that crazy?
No way.
He was the first person that got me involved, because I remember in practice one day, they were like, would anyone want to triple jump? And I was like, why not? And so and so he was the coach for that, but he was just such a light, and I still text him till this day, you know.
That's
They just
awesome.
people leave such a impact on your life like that, and it truly changes you for the
Yeah.
good, you know. And so that's awesome. I love that. And so the mentorships, how often do you like partake in that, and how do you balance that being like a student athlete too?
Yeah, it is hard balancing both programs,
Mhm.
but one thing that really helps me stay on track is time management.
Yeah.
Time management became my superpower when I first came into college because you have so much free time to do what you want. But once you learn to balance those things together and, create calendars, it becomes a lot easier.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. And how was that transition coming from, local local Denver school here
Yeah.
to MSU Denver?
It's a big transition. My grandpa describes like the jump from Denver Academy to MSU Denver is a big jump,
Mhm.
right? Because I'm coming from a small community. Because I've been at Denver Academy since I was in elementary school,
Yeah, yeah.
and then being there my whole life, it's like kind of a little bubble.
Mhm.
But when you go to Metro, you're exposed to different types of people,
Yeah,
and it leads to new moments of growth.
Mhm.
So I'm really, really happy I'm able to be here
Yeah.
and learn different perspectives from other people,
Mhm.
and just truly able to grow, embody my potential.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's awesome. And so talk a little bit about what you're majoring in and what you potentially would like to do with that.
Absolutely. My major is early childhood education.
Mhm.
I would like to teach kindergarten.
Oh, that'd be awesome. That would be awesome. We need more teachers. And would you say maybe even your senior teacher that you were mentioning earlier, would you say that she might have had like an impact on you wanting to teach?
She really did.
Yeah.
And another thing that really came up to me teaching was I come from a family of educators.
Oh, that's
like
awesome.
My mom, my grandma were both educators.
Oh, really? That's
so
great.
it runs in the family.
Oh, that's awesome. It's a family business. I love that.
Absolutely.
I love that. And so what grades did they teach?
My mom is currently a dean,
Mhm.
and my grandma teaches early childhood, like
that's
kindergarten,
awesome.
first grade.
Okay, that's
Yeah.
great. That's awesome. That's
Yeah.
awesome. And so talk a little bit about, do you have any siblings? And if so, are they athletes as well?
Well, actually, yeah, they athletes.
Are you the athlete of the family?
I sure am. I started the trend.
Okay,
Yeah.
trendsetter over
Absolutely. So I have 4 siblings.
Yeah, yeah.
And I have my youngest brother, Mel. He loves track.
Okay, that's
yeah,
awesome.
like he comes to all my track meets.
That's great.
You see him like saying, "Yo, DJ, let's go.
Oh, that's great.
Let's go." He always practices block,
Mhm.
starts back at home.
Mhm.
Then I have my sister Naima,
Mhm.
and my other sister Amani.
Yeah.
Then I got my other brother Dalen.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay. The whole family. That's awesome. I
Absolutely.
love that. I love that. And have you ever been able to play any instruments? Are you also artsy as well?
I mean, I played a saxophone
Okay,
when I was in
okay.
5th grade.
Really?
Yeah, but like I liked it, but at the same time, I was like, this is not it.
This is not for me.
No.
Okay, at least you tried it. You trial and error. That's the biggest thing for sure.
Absolutely.
For sure. And so we have a track meet tomorrow. Very excited. This is going to be at CU Boulder. It's going to be a great one. We're
Yeah.
going to be able to race really fast times over there.
For real.
And so just take me through what it's been like being able to run in college, and how you found your fit into this track team.
Absolutely. So coming into college, it comes with a lot of expectations, but also it's like a mystery,
Yeah.
because like I don't know what to expect.
Mhm.
But coming here on MSU Denver's track and field team, I've learned a lot being here. I've learned a lot like about what it means to be a true good team member, and just being a true road runner.
Yeah.
And then what it is running, it's like you're up against other people who are really fast,
Mhm.
and iron sharpens iron.
Yeah.
They just make me better too. And then just being able to compete with those guys, other people in different divisions, is truly honor, respect.
Mhm.
Yeah, and then it gives me something to chase. And having a training partner too. Versus at Denver Academy, I didn't really have a training partner.
Mhm.
I was kind of like the Superman of the school.
Okay.
But like having people be other Superman
Mhm.
to make you stronger
Yeah.
is truly awesome.
Yeah, it's awesome, and I agree with you. Our iron sharpens iron. That's a big part of it. Having people every single day that are excited and ready to put their head down and go to
Yeah.
work. I think that's the biggest part for sure, because it not also makes you want to be better. And something that I even noticed today with being in the athletic training room is like, you're in there getting your treatment. You're not only worried about what you're putting in on the track, but you're also taking care of, what it's like to get recovered, get ready for tomorrow. And I think that goes a long way for sure.
Yeah.
When you take that time to also do that one more step, it goes a long way for sure. And
Absolutely.
so shout out you for, putting in that work today for sure. And it's going to pay off in further races. So I want to talk a little bit about your mindset when you're getting on the track. I know a lot of people collegiately and even in high school, they tend to get very nervous about maybe even other people's opinions when they're out on the track, or just different outside factors. But what has helped you be locked in when you're out there on the track?
Well, I'm glad you asked, Tanis, because I know when you're in the track, it can really get hard because the noise is loud. But one thing that allows me to stay grounded is learning to focus on the present, because I can't truly focus on the future. Learning to control the controllables, because truly, when you control what you can control, everything naturally plays out, and that allows flow.
Yeah.
And then another thing too, that's what I've been learning, is just not so much focusing on other people, but rather just focusing on my work. And if you work hard in practice, that work naturally will pay it all off. And then you just have that faith that it'll all work out. And those two combined together help out a lot. But then one of the biggest thing is believe. You got to believe in yourself. You must believe that you deserve to be here and that you can be here and you can win. So every time I step in that track, I always tell myself, I can do this, I can win, and greater than me, that's in the world, if you know what I mean. And then I go out there, I shut out the noise. And that just allows me to stay focused and grounded and remain present. And also one of the biggest things I learned is naturally having fun allows that flow, because you're not so tense and worried about what's going on. And that's when I get in the blocks. It's all natural from there.
Yeah, it just goes on from there for sure.
Absolutely.
Being happy, being present in the moment. I agree with you. And something that it might take a lot of athletes to learn is when you're not so worried about all those things and what could happen and what other people are thinking, it allows you room to really just be happy, be in the present, enjoy the moment, because our college career isn't going to last forever.
Yeah.
And that's something that I'm slowly started graduating in May. I'm starting to come to a conclusion, and so I think that's the biggest challenge that I feel like I barely even learned, I'd say last year, ever since leading up to that, I feel like my freshman and sophomore year, I'd been so worried about all these outside things that it didn't allow me to run freely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then you know what? What's one thing I really learned is just that a lot of our negative thoughts are just distractions. And what I really mean is just distractions to distract you from the goal. And because a lot of times we have these outside noises, but once we really realize they're just distractions, our goals become a lot more clearer, and our mind begins to shift for the better. And I learned to realize it's rather than what we are, it's about what we focus on. If I constantly focus on me winning, I'm going to win. But if I constantly focus on me tripping on my shoe, I'm going to trip on my shoe and fall on my face.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I feel like that even translates into, even the outside of track too, in life with maybe even say what your major is, education, when you feel like you're going to do good on a test, or when you're really feel like you're changing someone's life in the classroom, impacting them. It goes a long way than when you're having negative thoughts all day about oh man, am I going to be able to do this and that and things like that.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Is there anything that you really like reading? Are you into podcasts? Where are you pouring your energy? Are you a gamer? What are you watching movies? Are you a TV type of person? Tell me a little bit more about you.
Okay. So I'm a mixture of all those things combined together. But I spend most of my time watching a lot of TV, like Netflix.
Okay.
Yeah, and then I'll do HBO Max.
Okay, sweet. And are you watching movies or TV series? A
TV
little bit of both?
series. A little bit of both.
Okay, okay.
Like Stranger
okay.
Things.
Oh, nice.
Yes.
Did you watch the new one?
I have not.
Okay,
I heard
okay.
it
I
was
haven't
good,
watched
though.
the new one either. But
Yeah.
low key, if I'm gonna be honest with you, I stopped watching like after like the first, the first like I don't even know.
Yeah.
It's been a while since I watched Stranger Things.
No, absolutely.
Yeah, yeah. Okay, what is your favorite thing about being here on our campus at MSU Denver?
Ooh, what's my favorite thing?
Mhm.
I would say the view.
Yeah,
Being able to wake up every day and
Mhm.
see the Bronco Stadium and
Oh.
Ball Arena.
isn't that so nice?
Absolutely. Plus, as a kid, seeing downtown has always been magical to me.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's like kind of something. It's like, wow, look at the view. It's beautiful.
yeah.
Yeah, it's just truly astounding. I've always loved downtown as a kid.
Mhm.
I've been a city kid.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
agree with you. Growing up in Pueblo, whenever we would make the drive up here, I would just always like admire I specifically remember from the Home Depot all the way up on the highway I-25, right there from like the Broncos Stadium. I thought that little part was like just like the coolest thing because I would know that hey, we're getting closer to like downtown.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's pretty cool. Something so crazy. My sister graduated from MSU. She
What?
graduated from MSU, and this was when I was a really young kid, and I had went to her her commencement ceremony, and this is at the time when they used to have it in front of the Tivoli. Isn't that
What?
crazy?
That's insane.
Wouldn't that be nice to graduate in front of the Tivoli?
Yeah.
But yeah, I had told her that hey, when I get older, I'm gonna go to MSU and live with you. Well, it's pretty funny because I ended up coming here, but yeah, I thought that was pretty cool.
That's awesome.
Very, very full circle for sure.
It's kind of crazy how things like that work out.
Yeah, I know,
Yeah.
right? It's like, and with you like being a firm believer, like I'm sure you totally agree with this. Like, I feel like God like puts you in the right place at the right time, and
Absolutely.
everything's like meant to be, you know?
And that,
Yeah.
and right, and he always has a plan.
Yeah,
And the best part is like, he'll always have you do something, and it may be out of our will to do it because it's uncomfortable, but he has a greater purpose in your life.
yeah.
Always.
Yeah, and it's always to like protect you, to keep you on the right path, and to guide you. Yeah, I totally agree with that. Totally agree with that. Tell me a little bit about your church life. What church do you go to, and a little bit more about that.
Great. So I go to Hope City. That's in downtown Aurora.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. So we are currently at Gateway High School. We're gonna move to a different location.
Oh wow, that's awesome. That's
Yeah.
awesome.
So I've been going to this church since I was in 4th grade. Yeah, and then I'm a youth leader currently at that church.
Okay,
Yeah,
cool,
for our
cool.
middle and high school.
Oh, that's fantastic. That's really cool. And what made you want to start like helping out a little bit more in your church?
Honestly, I want to say around my high school career
Mhm.
because like at first I was like, I don't know, I want to do it. I just kind of just want to like go to main service. But one thing I do realize is like I want to be something that I was given to me,
Mhm.
being that mentor. And allowing me to be a mentor to kids to help them and be a figure, a role model to them is truly astounding. Yeah.
Do you have maybe a specific moment of interacting with like any of the kids that you've worked with that have like really like, you know, you're like I'll remember this forever, or like this
In
really,
general?
yeah. Do you have any moments like that yet so far? Because I feel like in when someone's like really being a mentor to this community around them, they have like a moment that like, or a couple moments, you know, that really are so like monumental to them.
Absolutely. Well, I have this moment. This was during my senior year of high school. I'm about to graduate pretty soon during the time. So after I just got done going to state, I got a chance to speak to the kids at Denver Academy at the lower division because it's K through 12. And I believe this was 3rd grade.
Yeah.
And I got a chance basically to tell them the story about the mental side of track and how I broke state record. But the important aspect was like of how I persevered through it, despite the challenges I faced throughout my daily life, and knowing that if you can do it, then if I can do it, then you can do it. And one of the kids, after I was done speaking, she was like really awesome. And then like, I forgot her name, but she said, DJ, do you think I could be able to run track like you? I said, absolutely. And she was really awesome. And then like, I think she had like a broken leg or something. But like she said, I want to be able to run track in the future. I said, absolutely, you can be able to.
Yeah.
And we took a photo, and they said, everyone see DJ, DJ, and that really made me happy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's huge. That's huge right there. And to spark that flame for someone else is going to be just so generational, you know. You never know what those kids might be able to go and do in their future. So you mentioned something that stood out to me, state record. Tell me a little bit more about that, man.
Okay.
Which event and what year was this in high school?
Wow. So this is a crazy story. So this was during my junior year.
Yes.
And then it was kind of crazy. Denver Academy was coming off its like worst losses in both soccer and basketball because like we've never had a state championship in any category of sports how every other high school does.
Yes.
Up until track and field.
Oh wow.
So we had a coach. It was me and this other guy, my training partner. Shout out to Bowden Bashan. Yeah. So then he had ran a really fast time. 11:16 and as a season opener.
Wow.
Right?
Wow.
And then, like, I know, it was like, wow. Yeah, and then everyone was like, oh, wow, look at that. Like, he's fast. And so we're training. But then as the meets go on, I started off, like, running, like high 11.
Yeah.
But then, like, what really made that transition was, like, near the end of the season, we'd always go to these 1A meets.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then we went to these meets, and my mom would always drive me there. And on one day at state, I just said, put God first in everything you do. And then before I know it, I just got out the blocks, and I broke the state record.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
But the biggest thing about the story is just about the challenges that came with it. The coaching staff, which, like, yeah, it wasn't they didn't know what they were doing at the time. And just how my mom and grandpa step up. And just like the constant training, because we don't have a track. I was training in the gym.
Wow.
And all we did was suicides.
Okay. Wow.
No, literally, because we couldn't use our baseball field because the baseball team was using it. But yeah, and it was crazy because like I didn't think I was gonna be able to do it, and just coming off of my junior year, it was like, all right, we'll just see how it goes.
Yeah.
And then it broke my expectations.
Yeah,
absolutely.
That would definitely break a lot of expectations for sure.
It really did.
Yeah. And so this was your senior year, is that correct?
Junior year.
Junior year. Okay,
Yeah.
Awesome. And now that like you had that experience, I feel like do you feel like you're able to like persevere more things and come at things with a different mindset that hey, maybe even if this person doesn't work out coaching wise, because you mentioned your coach didn't really work out for you there, but like also like if this training plan or if this facility doesn't work out, like how are you able to like adapt to that now and use that experience?
Absolutely. And how I adapted to now is just the mental side. That's what allowed me to keep going.
Yeah.
Not comparing to my teammate Bowden when I first ran that fast time. Because I know when you have someone on your team who's never done that before, it can be intimidating.
Yeah.
It's like, wow, I hope I can just get there. So I just kept working.
Yeah.
And what allowed me to transition to that is just keep going and don't quit when things get hard. Because oftentimes we quit whenever things get really, really hard. Yeah. But before the storm is over, there's always a rainbow at the end of that storm. And so I persevered mentally, just keep telling myself to keep going, no matter what the naysayers people say at my school, no matter if people say like this or that about me, and just continue to think about what the right people think and just work through it and have faith. Yeah. And allowing that to transition to me in college has allowed me to persevere through many things in college, whether it's me dying on the track in practice with Janice's workouts, or whether it's me in track and I'm having a tough race. I always just remember that time where I was just like working hard at the Denver Academy gym, just wishing like, hey, one day I'll get there. When? I don't know, but I know I will. And I did.
Yeah. Tell me about the time that you started hearing about MSU Denver and the track program and just started being recruited.
Absolutely. This was a very magical case. So right after I broke the state record, it was like during the summer, I had received a lovely phone call. It was by a lovely lady named Coach Janice. It was by the MSU Denver track and field team. And she had told me about it, And then she says, "We love to have you here." And I was like, "Absolutely." So then, fast forward my senior year, I took my first I took my first visit there, and I enjoyed the campus. I looked around. That's when I met Coach Janice, all the people of the track and field team there, and I was like, "Wow, this place is really nice." It's like, wow, it's better. It's organized. And I was like, "Hey," they're practicing really well versus what I had back in middle school.
That's awesome.
And then that guy emo saying I got my first offer. I remember telling my basketball team, like, "Guys, I got my first offer." They're like, "Really?" I was like, "Yeah, yeah." They lifted me up. I was like, "Yo, chill," and I fell on the floor. And they said, "Help him up." And then I was like, "Geez, man." They said, "Yeah, yeah," and they started giving me a hug and stuff. It was crazy.
Oh man, what an experience!
Absolutely.
Oh man, that kind of reminds me. So one time, and it's crazy how like excited people get for you, and just even how excited that moment could be for sure. Like one time, I remember got into this program Avid. It like gets you ready for like college, and I was so excited because I like didn't get into it at first,
Yeah.
and I like ran into like my choir room at the time because I was in choir. I'd found out, and I was running in the room and I like tripped. It was so bad. I was
No,
like
absolutely.
so excited. But oh my gosh, yeah, no, that's awesome. And so, being here at MSU Denver, what is the biggest thing you've learned about yourself? And now, with track coming up and the end of this season, we don't have too long in this indoor season, and now we go into outdoor. Do you really hold a lot of the weight of track, or not even weight, but just a lot of the momentum? Would you say that leads to outdoor track instead of indoor track?
Absolutely. And even though we're coming to a close here for like the indoor season, it's coming really fast. The best part, I just try to keep the have rhythm and momentum, is just continue to stay consistent. And then that allows me to have that transition. Because it is hard because like after indoor, you get outdoor, it's like, oh my goodness. And first you have RMAC, then you have 1 week off, then you're back out there. It's like, dang, I was just in indoors.
Yeah, just here.
Like, the season goes by fast.
It does.
Really fast.
Yeah.
But yeah, that just kind of allows me to keep my momentum, just have rhythm and structure. Yeah. That's what keeps me on track.
Now, do you have anything in the future that you're looking forward to, whether that be on or off the track?
On or off the track?
Yeah, anything you're looking, and this could even be in the summer. You have anything planned coming up in the summer? Anything like that?
I'll tell you what, sleeping.
Yeah.
No.
I agree with you. with you.
No, I'm kidding, but I'm joking. But over the summer, honestly, spending time with my family, taking a rest, going out, seeing more family, eating lots of food.
Okay.
I know it sounds basic.
I like that. That. Where do you have other family at?
I have family in Arizona.
Okay.
I also have family up here in Denver, Colorado.
Okay.
That's where I got my grandparents.
Oh, sweet.
Who makes the best barbecue. Shout out to my grandpa.
Okay. Better than Texas barbecue?
It's basically the same thing.
Okay. Same thing. But better. Okay, we got to try this.
No, absolutely.
Okay, awesome. Well, I look forward to seeing you thrive in the upcoming months. And so now for tomorrow, tell me what events you'll be racing tomorrow.
I will be running the 60 and men's 200.
Okay, and do you have a favorite so far?
A favorite?
Yeah.
The 200 is my bread and butter.
Oh, okay.
Like, ever since high school, I've always loved the 200.
Yeah.
And my coaches have been telling me, like, man, I feel like you'll be really good at the 200-meter dash. And they've never been wrong.
Yeah.
They never have. Like, the 160, I love those things.
Yeah.
But, like, the 200 is like my bread.
That's great.
Yeah.
That's great. And is there a certain part of the 200 where you're really wanting to focus on tomorrow?
Honestly, just, like, coming out really hard, maintaining, and just finish strong.
Okay.
Finishing super strong.
I like that.
Absolutely.
Awesome. What is your PR right now, and what is some goals for tomorrow?
Well, my current PR is, like, for indoors, like 22:30, and my current goals is to beat yesterday's me.
Mm-hmm.
Always a me versus me.
Mm-hmm.
I want to make sure I do better than my last version of myself.
Yeah.
Always trying to break my old times and break this one too.
I like that.
So I look forward to breaking it.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
That's huge. When you go out there and you feel like you're not competing against the other people around you, but you versus you, totally agree with that, because that takes you to a whole nother level for sure.
Absolutely, because I am my only competition.
Yeah.
And no one else is. Because at the end of the day, it's just me versus me every day. And it's a constant battle that I'm always willing to fight every day.
DJ Harris, everyone. Thank you so much, DJ. I appreciate you so much and your time being here. I can't wait to see you execute tomorrow. This is going to be a great race at CU Boulder. And even just for the upcoming months, going into outdoor season, I know you're going to absolutely execute this.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for your time, man. Your wisdom. You have so much in store for you. And the kids are so lucky to have you as a mentor, as a teacher, as someone in our community that is constantly putting out good.
Absolutely. Thank you so much for having me be here. I really appreciate it.
Of course, TJ.
Absolutely.
Have a great day, man.
Thank
Let's
you
go.
too. Let's go.